Hello all, Rosalie Ina here from rosliesjourney.com, and today I'm talking about IMIX. Take a look at that symbol. What does it look like to you? Oh, the sun's glaring in a bit, but looks like a bunch of things to me. One, it looks like a hand, but it's also supposed to represent root and waters. Source of life, divine nurturance and support, primordial mother, undivided primal waters, primal trust and nourishment, receptivity, and self-love. The symbol is saying that it's like a spiral vortex on the primordial waters. Dragon energy. Does it feel like dragon, Michaela, to you? Dragon energy. So I wanted to just share a little bit about it. The direction is east. For me, I associate the east with thinking and communication, higher wisdom, higher consciousness, although north can also mean higher consciousness. The flowers are burgundy, carnation, deep red rose. The number is 1, which has to do with unity. We're all one. And I want to say root chakra as well. Root chakra. The element is earth. The shadow wisdom is issues of deep primal trust and survival, lack of self-love, feeling unsupported by divine nurturance or unworthy to receive, betrayal and abandonment. So just so you see the other side to it, the suggestion for the shadow side is to surrender and trust in the larger pattern to provide what you need. Be open to receive. Communicate your feelings, desires, and dreams. Now, granted, yes, some people can read minds, but when you're feeling different feelings, you must work to communicate it. That's for me too, because I don't normally do that. And that's something I'm actively working on. And when it talks about primordial waters, water element is associated with emotions. Our bodies are, 90% water. I don't know the exact percentage, but water, emotion, your feelings must communicate them. And that also sends healing to your root chakras and helps you be in alignment with your truest self. The mudra is having your hands cradling each other comfortably at the level of the abdomen. So how I saw it in my mind is like this, but having it down by your root chakra. And how I'm seeing it now is doing that and facing the sunlight. And there is a meditation with that while you're doing that mudra. Primordial cauldron of mystery, spiraling vortex. Quicken me, stir in me, primal trust in your love. The affirmation is, I trust unconditionally the source of divine nurturance. I wanted to share just a little bit more about it. I guess my phone got too hot. Is that you?
No.
Who's that?
I'm just showing you.
Oh, kind of looked like you. So a little bit about the shadow of IMIX. Ooh, I like how the sun's hitting that right there. In the shadow of IMIX, or this other side you may be feeling within yourself during this 13-day period, there could be issues around trust. Do you lack trust in the universe to nurture you, to provide for you what you need on your journey? Do you feel unsupported in life or caught in the struggle created by expectations? I've learned on my journey now I expect things to work out for me, yes, but I let go of what that outcome looks like. I like to let the universe surprise me. And usually I'm never let down unless I'm getting into my ego mind and trying to project how I want things to be. There's nothing wrong with allowing yourself to have an idea of how you want things to be. Of course, you're co-creating with the universe. but surrendering to the outcome and allow yourself to just be supported and surprised. I choose to live that way, but I had to go through a series of events to get to that type of place in my mind. So any apparent lack of support actually bears a gift. You are being given a push in that direction of your primary being. Open your connection to the source of life. Trust in the wisdom and abundance of the life force. Now, trust does not mean acting blindly without awareness or waiting without action. It means moving forward with whatever manifests in your world. Primal trust implies the understanding that there are no mistakes and no victims, only learning, gifts, and growth processes on the way to remembering our wholeness. In the shadow of IMIX are also feelings of unworthiness to receive or feelings of discomfort when others give to you. How I just saw is like when someone's offering you something, you're like, no, I don't need it, or I already have it. That's blocking the flow. It's being open. If someone wants to generously give you something, now I'm not saying it's not okay to say no. There are times and places for that, but when someone's offering something to you, be open, because it could be the universe giving you something from this person, using this person to do this, or something showing up on your doorstep that you didn't expect. Surprises, being open to the gifts and the wonderfulness from the universe. So that's the shadow part, is when you're not open to receiving. Where is it here? Feelings of unworthiness can stem from many places, but the truth is that you are intrinsically worthy. You are worthy. You are worthy.
You are worthy.
You're worthy.
You are worthy.
You are worthy to receive just because you are. Because you are you. You are worthy.
You are worthy. You are you.
Love just is. And because love is neither given nor taken, but rather discovered and allowed, you are a natural part of the circulation of its energy. You are love. You are lovable. And you are loved. Now, if you choose to receive the gifts of this Trisena, IMIX, you or someone in your life may be overly attached to being a caretaker, a cosmic mama, or a self-sacrificing source of support and nurturance for others. That kind of hit me when I read that last night, because I was like, ooh, I do kind of have that. And there's that part of like, I'm always helping, but I don't always get the help back. And I have to be open to receive. So I started doing some affirmations recently, and I have started to see the effects of these affirmations and building this mindset is, I am worthy. I am open to receive the abundance of the universe in all of its forms. People just love to help me out. There's always help for me. I am fully supported. Going in that fashion, speaking those types of things, and I've been doing this daily for the past week now. So I'm still going with this to 3 weeks to really get it in my subconscious. But I am open to receive. I'm open to receive love in all of its forms. There's many ways you can say it. I hope you get where I'm going with that. So look at how you may have abandoned your own needs and feelings for another. Don't expect others to intuitively know your feelings. You are responsible for communicating them. Whether you find yourself in the role of a giver or one in need, the shadow of IMIX urges you to look at issues of self-love, basic security, self-worth, and the need for outside validation. You are being asked to step into the primal waters of your being to discover the core of your self-acceptance, your intrinsic value, your wholeness. Find the source of your emotions. Directly communicate your truth. Explore and honestly express your feelings, desires, and dreams. So that's just a little bit of IMIX, the Trisana that we're in. Hello, Sora. Ah, it's very warm here. I had my phone up here and it got too hot and blacked out. So I had to relocate my phone. That's a little bit about it. Keep that in mind. Be aware of how you are open to receive, how you're open to receive the nurturance from the universe, the love from the universe, because you are worthy. You being alive here on earth right now constitutes your worthiness. Period. Period. That girl popped in my head. Period. 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 You are worthy. Point blank. Be mindful of when you're stopping that nurturing flow. Be open to receive. Maybe figure out your own sense of affirmations or how to say things to yourself. Maybe saying those affirmations to yourself in the mirror so it really gets in there. A little bit more about IMIX. And this is the Trisana that we are in from March the 20th, 2023, all the way to April 1st, 2023. So this is the 13-day Trisana of IMIX, dragon, primordial waters, source of life. So it says here, IMIX represents the root source of life, the nurturance and support of primary being, and within it are found the primordial waters of unity. This is where I'm seeing ocean right now. This is where your deepest roots receive true nourishment. IMIX is the energy to a form contained within the formlessness of the primordial sea. It represents, wow, I'm feeling and seeing these waves just crashing, how it moves you. You know when you're in the ocean and the water just moves you and you surrender to that flow, and then you just feel weightlessness and you just feel that moving. That's how I'm seeing it, the primordial waters just nourishing you, floating, allowing the movement. IMIX is the energy of form contained in the formlessness of the primordial sea. It represents the receptive vibration in which sound, light, ecstasy, time, space, and form were born. It is the primal spiral of creation, whose face can be seen as the primordial mother in the sacred union of the spiral of God. The gift of IMIX is the power of birthing, the potential of becoming what you already are, and the offer of sustenance, support, and cradling energy after your emergence. IMIX represents the strong, protective parent who nurtures the divine child through the power of devotion, the loving support that results from receptivity and primal trust. Primal trust means making choices with no guarantees, knowing that the divine nurturance will provide what is needed for your journey. It means making choices moment by moment, implicitly trusting your innate steering mechanism of heart knowing. Primal trust implies surrendering to the will of the divine self, letting go of what your ego deems to be control of the outcomes of your life. It means deeply trusting the process that are at work within your present spiral of evolution. One of the things when I was reading this before I went to bed, it was about literally the birthing experience. Now, we just started the spring season on this side of the equator anyway, and I'm in North America. And what it was showing me before I went to bed was just like, if you're a mother or one who has, I heard fallopian tubes, one who is born with a uterus and has given birth, experiencing the experience of giving birth is no easy feat at all. The experience of giving birth, birthing something new, it's a process. Some birthing processes are quick, some take a long time. And with the time of labor proceeding to the birth, is sometimes very uncomfortable. And when you're giving birth, you have no choice but to surrender to what's happening. It's out of your control almost how it's all happening. And I've given birth 4 times, and each one has been so significantly different from the others. And there's this ecstasy once the child is born. It's like you forget all that pain that you went through, and you realize the process, you surrender to the process, or those primordial waters of birthing, labor, the pain, the agony. Hello, vulture. You surrender, and then you allow the process of birth to happen. And I feel called to sharing some of my birth stories as well. But I felt to share that because that's kind of what we're coming into, surrendering to that flow and allowing the process to happen and nurture us, surrendering our control of the outcome and being moment by moment, because that's all we're able to do, because it's letting go of control. You don't have to be super quiet. My daughter's in the car too. Let's see here. Embrace the depth of your receptivity. Perhaps you have been taught that it's better to give than to receive. Giving is a powerful way to learn how to receive, but is not the whole picture. There is a circuit of completion in giving and receiving that happens within you and in your external world at the same time. If you trust unconditionally in the giving, you are not attached to how the gift is received. When you freely give, you fill your cup up with sweet waters, which you can then offer innocently and purely to another. I have learned that. I have learned that, and I still learn it. Now, on one level, it says that your gift is poured out universally, regardless of how it appears to be received. However, when the gift comes from the ego, it is limited by expectations and conditions. Love just is. It is neither given nor taken. Rather, it is simply discovered and allowed. So, love is all that is. Love is all that is. Love is all that is. When you feel someone offering you a deep connection, become fully present in the moment. Empty and still yourself. Feel, sense, observe. Be aware of how you may be thinking other thoughts, shifting papers, or listening to distractions like the television. Often your mind, the internal processes, or physical busyness can create an active rather than receptive field. Become a still pool of essence. When you are present, breathe deeply and open your heart. Then listen from that place. The universe is based on the spiraling in-breath and out-breath of giving and receiving. That's how I was seeing the waters just moving in and out, in and out. It's like the water's breathing in and out. When you enter into that circuit, you truly understand that there is only love. Let's see. A little bit more. The number of IMIX is 1. IMIX represents the undivided primal waters, the primal sound of creation. 1 represents the chalice of the infinite, ever-existing, indivisible essence. The color for IMIX is burgundy, the color of the blood of life. Burgundy represents the love, trust, and nurturance found in the engineering soil of the earth. An ancient chant and meditation for this color is the blood of the ancients that runs through our veins. Time pass, but the circle of life remains. If you wish to explore or access this powerful energy further, visualize the color burgundy. It also looks like a hand to me. like the fingers. Looks like fingers here. But it also is dragon energy. Entering into the dragon's den is another form of looking at this glyph. And there's a few different variations of this glyph according to Mayan astrology. The Zolkin. You are love. Thank you for listening. And if you have any questions, please ask them in the comments.